Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with Captain Murray and me, Bardon. So we just visited the tomb colonies here at Venderbite, and we're going to start making our way back to London. So let's cut the lights for now and try and hug the coast all the way down. So Mary now is on her way home from her first voyage. She managed to bring 10 casks of mushroom wine with us to Vanderbike, which was lucky because the tomb colonists we delivered gave us a quest that required that we do just that. So we didn't have to go back to London and get it and bring it. So that was pretty lucky for us. And Marty here is a rather business-like, practical lady. So she's going to be doing anything to make her fortunes better. So she might be a slightly different personality of a captain. And as you sail down here, I'm going to try to use these buoys more for the light they give, because we definitely don't want the crew going crazy on this ship and killing their captain. It's so peaceful on the sea now, just hearing the background noise of the game, and we've got no monsters looking for us, which is always a good thing, because since the start of this series we haven't had any ammo for our weapons, so it's not a good idea to get into a fight when you can't actually do any damage to the enemy. So we made another discovery there, and in the game, for each captain the layout of the map changes, so you can't just find something with a previous captain and go, okay, that's where it was last time, I'll just go there again. Because apart from the tomb colonies and the places immediately close to fallen London, their positions change. And we know we've got a quest to find Nuncio and bring the Lorn fluke there for the drowning, because we abandoned our first passenger, our student, in favor of making a postal delivery instead. I thought for a second that I was actually on speed 2 all the way home, but luckily not. Okay, so let's dock here in London. Okay, so the inspection comes. We've got nothing to hide. Okay. Rather surly looking gentleman there. Okay, so let's collect our messages from the Harbour Master. Something has changed in the neat. Someone wants to sign on. That's all for now. Okay, so let's see what's changed. Excuse the cough again. Same recording session, so I've still got my phone. Okay, so let's continue. Consider a specialist surgeon. She's staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. I specialise in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at sea. Employ the Claddery heir. Her talents could be well employed on your vessel. The Claddery heir is a doctor who increases hearts and iron. Well, maybe in the future we'll look to recruit some more, but for the moment I want to keep a kind of a sparse crew and try and kind of build our fortune up to the point that where when we hand off to the next captain, that they're gonna because they're gonna only get maybe half of our echoes if we choose the same option that we did this time. We need to make sure that we have a good stock of echoes to give them a good start. So for now, because of that, it's perhaps not. Now, let's go to our lodgings. Let's read the morning papers. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor Empress has forbidden singing in the streets outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallblighter wasps. So we've seen that news before, and I do wish, so much rich story in the game, I do wish that they kind of varied the news from home a bit more as well. Okay, let's go back to the rest of the city. Let's visit the Admiralty. We've got a couple of port reports to turn in. Okay, so Hunter's Keep and Vanderbite. So we got some more fuel, which is nice, and we're getting some echoes as well, which is going to go towards replenishing our supplies. Okay, so let's do a bit of shopping. I definitely want to make sure that my supplies are pretty high. So 12, okay, that's nice. And then let's get some fuel, and let's leave some slots for cargo. Okay. Now, is there anything that I want to buy here? At the moment, no. I'm going to wait until I know a bit more about what's actually good to buy from there. So let's go back to story. Let's visit the labyrinth. Okay, so nothing there for us now. How about Rosa's Wharf? A jovial contrarian is purchasing long boxes. So we got 2 long boxes. So we got 150 echoes for that, for just one of our long boxes. How much? What, for this? Allow me, I suppose it's supposed to be allow me to explain a fundamental principle of economics. He argues over the cost, the box's condition, and whether the wood is walnut, poplar, or elm. Then he shakes your hand enthusiastically and happily pays every penny of your original price. A pair of market attendants, puffing beneath their unwieldy horse masks help him carry it away. Okay, so hopefully he wants to buy. I guess he doesn't want to buy another one because we'd have the chance to visit him if it was. So we don't want to hire more crew. Um, we don't want to get a new recruit. We don't need to carouse at the moment, I don't think. Although it might actually be an idea because you haven't done that before. So a marvellous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire, and something more. You are fortunate. We've lost 5 tower, which is nice. It costs us 10 echoes to get rid of it. And we also have 1 recent news. So we now got 2 recent news to trade away. Okay, so trouble and romance. That night the Mulstack, you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass. She tipsily claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easy to like, and when the evening ends, you're still together. Okay, excuse me, sorry. Try not to cough at the moment. A dapper chap. An elegant fellow with a Presbyterian accent and an unexpectedly delighted laugh. By the evening's end, it seems natural that he should accompany you home. Someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Your only love is the sea. You'll take comfort where you find it, but that's all it is. So I'm not sure about Mari's preferences, whether she'd like a likely lass or a dapper chap, but I suppose herself she's pretty dapper, so 2 dapper people together seems like a pretty good match. An interlude. The next morning, he gives you a golden locket. Don't lose it, he says, with a grin. Then he grows suddenly grave. Truly, don't lose it. Okay, so you now have one of this, a locket with a dapper chap's portrait. And we lost 3 terror as well. Okay, and let's visit the Admiralty. Ensure that they don't actually have anything particular for us, but it's always good to keep checking. Let's visit the university. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathlessly. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. So we lost 1 secret. And we now have a more favor there. And we gained 1 page. Okay, the alarming scholar. So let's see. A memory of distant shore. A Z story. So let's go to memory of distant shore. As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those shining, or is it blazing eyes. The overflow splashing onto the desk blotter. Stop, she sobs, at last. This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring the macaw of memories. I wish each individual tone recalled. So memory distant shore is gone, and we got 10 echoes for it, and our favour has increased. Let's trade in our Z story as well. Thrilling! Let me hear every detail. First, I must find my phantom pen. Oh, how regrettable. It has a spider impaled on the nib. Excuse me. Let me... Good heavens! It's still alive. Pass me that volume of Gibbon. There we go. Do you have another pen? So we lost our Z story and we got 10 echoes. Okay, and that's just done at the university, I think. But it was quite a profitable visit. Okay, so now let's check our journal. So memoirs. Okay, the gods of the sea. Okay, missed. Let's see what we here. Almost safe. Terror, weary, defeat. Okay. Right, so I'm trying to remember where I need to go next. Well, we know we have to find Nuncio. So what I'm going to do is have a quick look at the map. What I want to do is head down to the south, get some port reports around this area, and then make a kind of a big loop back towards Hunter's Keep and then back to London. And then the voyage after, I think we'll go from Fallen London with some mushroom wine up to Renderbright, and then check out this part of the map here. So that's going to be in 2 voyages time. So for now, before I go, I've got money and I'm going to be going on a long journey. So it behooves me to get a bit more in the way of supplies and maybe one more fuel as well. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let's set sail. Let's cut our lights while we're close to London here. Okay, and I'll pour myself some more tea. One thing about living in Japan is it's pretty difficult to actually get some decent tea that isn't green tea. So I ran out of my own tea from Ireland, which I like. There's a brand in Ireland called Lion's Tea, and I really liked their blend. But unfortunately, I ran out of the last of it during the week. Actually, over the weekend while I was sick, because I was drinking copious amounts of tea. And now I'm back on the Japanese generic stuff, which it'll do. If you want to drink some tea, it's tea, but it wouldn't be my first choice if I wasn't living over here. So anyway, let's sail away by Rowena's Rock here. Now let's speed up to get away from this megalops. South. So there's Mutton Island, and now let's slow. Oh, we'll actually have to keep going. Go away, megalops. Nobody likes you. Okay, we should be able to duck in without getting hit. Okay, good. And let's make land. So Quaker's Haven. So we're going to explore the shore. Wander a little way along the shore. Okay, so we've got some choices here now. Take a stroll along the beach. Perhaps the sea has brought you something. So we can go for Driftwood, something glinting, a nasty glob of goo. I'm going to start with Driftwood because then the next time we get beachcombing, we can pick the second one, and then the next time the third one. Or I can keep forgetting that I've gotten this one before and keep picking the Driftwood. Either way, I'm going for Driftwood this time. A horrid carving. Someone shaped this into a devil mask, and they threw it in the sea. When you look at it, it's easy to see why. Brrr. That's all for now. So we got one outlandish artifact. Oh, sorry, excuse the coffee. Okay, let's go back to Quaker's Haven. So we can chat to the fishermen. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, Khanate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. So we got it costs us one echo, but we got a port that's going to make us move. We could buy some fuel, but we don't need to, and we could buy some supplies, but we don't need to either. Okay, and then we could get ourselves a wretched Mog, but I don't really like cats all that much, so I'm happy enough with our comatose ferret at the moment. Now let's have a quick check on our map. So we're at Mutton Island. We're going to go a bit further south and then cut to the east once this Megalops goes away. Yeah, nothing to see here, Mr. Megalops. Go on your way. Okay, so it seems like the Megalops wants to mate with our ship. So before this turns into some kind of weird David Attenborough nature program, I'm going to end the episode here, wait for him to get lost, and then set sail in the next episode. But that does bring us to the end of this one. So if you have enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, liking, and posting a comment. And I really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.